This video is brought to you by catbeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
On this episode of Off the Script, number 182, part number 1 for your Friday, August 11th, 2017! I got news on Vince McMahon being furious. You know what? I'm not even gonna go over the news. This is all unscripted, man. I'm not even gonna go over what's in today's video. You wanna know why? Because this podcast is not only glorious, but this is the number 1 fucking podcast right here on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Big Show and Ryback, Strowman and Roman. Get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel on this August 11th, 2017. This is Off the Script, episode 182, part number 1. And yes, we got a lot of stuff to go over, including Vince McMahon being furious with Shinsuke Nakamura over the Exploder suplex spot on John Cena during their dream match on Smackdown Live. Also, reason why Dolph Ziggler has been missing and not appearing on Smackdown Live, and what is his future with the WWE. I also got news on WWE canceling another network show. I got news on the Hardys and why they weren't on Monday Night Raw to build towards their SummerSlam match. WWE not happy with the crowd reaction in Toronto to Bayley. Ronda Rousey preparing for the WWE. And John Jones, is he going to be appearing at SummerSlam to confront Brock Lesnar? All that, plus so much more, right here on Off the Script. I wanted to get that to you in the intro like I usually do every Friday. But my buddy Sean, as you guys remember, Sean Cook, he was actually calling me during recording. I will call him back or text him back after I finish recording. And I had to roll with the punches, man. I didn't want to do the intro because it hurts my voice. I figured it was good enough. And why the fuck not, man? Why would I ever delete anything having to do with Bobby Roode's theme music? And yes, that is my ringtone on my phone, man, because it is the best theme song in all of WWE, and it is simply glorious. And I'm fucking excited for TakeOver next week, man. I can't wait to see what happens. TakeOver Brooklyn number 3. But I want to thank everybody for joining me right here on the podcast, man. You guys are fucking beasts. It's been an unbelievable week with the likes and the comments and the views and a bunch of bullshit with Sean's View Entertainment. Hopefully we put that all to rest. Hopefully you guys laughed at my parody video. Hopefully you guys understood with my reaction video and my aftermath video. Everything that is pretty much on my mind for that situation is in those videos, man. Make sure you guys go and check it out. If you guys want to laugh, if you guys want a real understanding of what's going on. Very entertaining stuff in both of those videos. And no, I do not hate Sean's View Entertainment, and we're not going to be talking about it anymore. We're going to get right into business here on Off the Script, because that's what we do, man. But I want to thank everybody, new and old, who has viewed and supported the channel this week, man. You guys are fucking awesome. Please follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. We are heading towards 20,000 followers on Twitter. If you guys have not subscribed to the YouTube channel down below, please do so. News and rumors every single week. Monday Night Raw, Smackdown live reviews, NXT reviews, Off the Script every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Breaking news when it is available right here on the channel. Subscribe and hit that bell for the notification. And make sure when you hit that bell, turn on all notifications so that you guys are aware of when I upload. And it is daily. So thank you guys so very much. Please follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/JD from New York. It is spelt out JD from New York. And I just applied for a Twitch affiliate partnership over there. Hopefully we will get a response back soon so that you guys can start subscribing over there and getting a bunch of cool shit over on Twitch, because I've been streaming a lot more on Twitch, and it's always fun to stream for you guys, whether it's Call of Duty, WWE 2K games, whether it's the live reactions that I do for NXT, Q&As during the week, especially during the pay-per-views when available. I won't be doing one for SummerSlam because I'll be in and around Brooklyn for SummerSlam, and it's going to be fun, man. So make sure you guys follow me on the Twitch channel. We are dangerously close to 3,000 followers on Twitch, and I will let you guys know when a sub button is readily available. I do want to shout out Wrestle Rumble, WrestleRumble.com. They will be having a pick'em. Pools are not open yet. Some have already asked me, JD, what's going on with the SummerSlam pick'em? It's coming, and they are actually introducing, for SummerSlam, 5 picks for $30. And $5 of that $30 is going towards cancer research, something that Justin LaBar is affiliated with. I will fill you guys in on what he's got going on as far as that next week when the pools do open. But get ready, man. Save it in your browsers. Put it in your notepad. Whatever, man. Make a notification on your phone. WrestleRumble.com is coming back with the SummerSlam Pick'em. 5 picks for $30, man. That's an unbelievable fucking deal, especially when one pick goes for $10. So make sure you guys go and check that out, man. When available, I will keep you guys updated on Wrestle Rumble. Cool fucking prizes. The first prize is actually $500 and 2 tickets to the 2018 Royal Rumble. And there will be 10 prize pools this SummerSlam, man. So SummerSlam looking like it's going to be a massive event, 6 hours plus. Wrestle Rumble is keeping up with WWE, and they're going to make the pick'em even bigger, man. So I'll let you guys know what's going on with that. Also, I want to thank everybody for pledging towards the Patreon page, man. You guys are fucking great. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. The best way to support the show is through the Patreon page. I want to thank everybody that had kind words for me with the Off the Script Retro that went up this week, where we talked about the 1992 SummerSlam pay-per-view with Bret Hart versus Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, at Wembley Stadium for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. It was one of my... It was actually a rant on the pay-per-view, man, because I remember the show back when I watched it as a child. I enjoyed it because I loved everything about wrestling, and I don't watch wrestling like I do now back then. But I went over the fact that the British Bulldog and the Bret Hart match was overrated. I went over why. I read excerpts from Bret Hart's book as to why he had to carry Davey Boy Smith through that entire match. I even give you an epic Vince McMahon impersonation of his commentary during that entire show, man. So for my $3 or more patrons, I'm glad you enjoyed it. If you guys want that, plus the other 2 episodes where we talk about the Royal Rumble 1992 and WrestleMania 8 back in 1992, $3 or more will get you Off the Script Retro. $1 or more will get you Off the Script early access plus entry into my Off the Script Discord. That's patreon.com/JD from NY206. Thank you to everybody who supported this week. Shout outs for all of you motherfuckers coming on Sundays, part 3 of Off the Script. I actually want to read you guys an email. Because I've been going back and forth with Grimm's Toy Show, my buddy Grimm, on this wrestling bullshit that's been going on with the content creators on YouTube. I emailed BBTV, Broadband Network TV. They are the people that partner me. They are the ones that pay me. I get content out to YouTube because I'm partnered with those guys. This is what they have emailed me back. And I don't know what to make of this because, again, it happened again this week, and I want to know why. My Monday Night Raw review video made more money than every video combined that I uploaded on my channel. And I did big numbers this week with the Sean's View rant and the fucking parody of Sean's View and the Smackdown review. NXT usually does 8 to 9,000, 10,000 views a video. Off the Script does 60 to 70,000 views every fucking weekend. So I asked them, what's with the large discrepancy in ad revenue? I'd like to know why. This is what they wrote to me, and I quote, "Thank you for getting back to me. What I don't actually no, I'm sorry. That's what I wrote to them. I'll read that in a second. Hi Jerry, thank you for contacting support. It is all related to YouTube's new ad policies to please advertisers. We are sorry your channel was hit hard with these policies. Other wrestling channels have reached out to us with similar concerns in the past few months. It does not really matter what time you upload your videos. It's all about the content, titles, tags, and thumbnails. What you can do, if you are already taking care of those aspects, is continue to engage with your audience and try to grow your viewership. As with more subscribers and views, revenue is bound to increase." Yeah, sure, motherfucker. "I'm sorry we cannot help out in this matter as it is strictly in YouTube's side of the business. Please let us know if there's any other questions, though. We will always listen and try to help the best of our ability. Cheers." Coming from May, Partner Experience Representative from BBTV. Now, this is what I actually sent to them as a reply, because that email gave me nothing but vague bullshit. "Thank you for getting back to me. What I don't understand is my content is the same across the board. I can upload a show on Monday, then Tuesday, and all week long, and it is such a huge up and down. Why is the same wrestling content I upload on Monday making more money than everything else during the week? Same style of thumbnail, same language, content as everything else during the week, but all other videos are making me less money. If Monday's video is doing $300, then every video I do does similar numbers, or every video I do should be doing similar numbers, making $300. You tell me to engage and grow. How can I grow when it's a well-known issue that the wrestling content creators have been hit very hard and the genre in itself is blacklisted? I don't even know, or I don't even show wrestling on my channel. I don't show legit wrestling on my channel. Maybe at times through video gaming, but there is no violent imagery on my channel. Wrestling is not even violent. Wrestling in itself is a PG genre. I would like some answers instead of growing and engaging and more revenue will come in. No, it won't, and it hasn't all summer. The wrestling content creators are kept in the dark. Sub growth is down, views are down, comments are down, everything is down because of the genre of content we create. Is wrestling and everything to do with wrestling blacklisted? If so, will there be a solution? Why is my podcast on Monday, which is the same content I do all week long, making more money and the others are not? Nobody's gotten back to me yet. Nobody's gotten back to me yet, man. It's really fucking pissing me off that everybody you talk to is giving you vague bullshit. YouTube won't talk to you. They won't give you anything. They won't give you any answers. The partners that we're partnered with on here that pay us, they don't know. They say go through YouTube, or they give you the runaround and give you some vague bullshit answer. It's fucking disgusting, man. It is fucking disgusting. How my Monday Night Raw review video, or how it even differs from Smackdown, from Off the Script, I have no fucking idea. The only difference is the title, and the only difference is the fucking layout. Everything else is the same, and the tags. The tags are different. Because I tag my review videos different than I do my off-the-script videos. But it's the same content. Within the context of the video, it's the same content. Same language, same me. I'm not changed, if anything. If you watch a Monday Night Raw review, it's pretty much the same dialogue that you get on off-the-script. So why is Monday Night Raw review videos doing $300 plus, and then off-the-script is doing like $20? I don't get it. I don't fucking understand it. Nobody wants to give me an answer. I can't figure it out. I mean, is Monday the hot day to upload? Is Monday Night Raw more advertiser friendly, being that Monday Night Raw is in the title? Do I have to title every fucking video Monday Night Raw review? I mean, what's the big deal? You know, why don't advertisers want to advertise on wrestling related content? Wrestling itself is a fucking PG environment. This is something I can't shake. I don't understand why my videos on Monday do fucking unbelievable, and then the rest of the week is nothing. Grimm's Toy Show uploaded a fucking video. A Jake Paul. He had Jake Paul in the title. It made $6. Video did like 70, 80,000 views. $6. I mean, this is outlandish. Out-fucking-landish. Luigi is losing 4,000 subs a day. Nobody has an answer. Nobody has any reason why this is happening. She loses 4,000 and then she gains 3,000. Then she loses 4,000, gains 3,000. Like she's losing subs left and right. And it's not because of her content. That's not steady growth. A channel that size is not going to have a decline that steep. So something's going on. Something's going on with the wrestling genre on YouTube. And it's fucking bullshit. It really is. And the funny thing is, you know, my off-the-script videos do $20, right? For 25,000 views. I uploaded a Call of Duty video, returning to Black Ops 3. It did like, I don't know, what did it do? Like 6,000, 7,000 views. It made $20. So you mean to tell me that a Call of Duty video that has 7,000 views compared to an off-the-script podcast that has just me, it's pretty much a fucking vlog, right? Doing $20, and it's equal to what a video did that has 25,000 views? I don't understand that. And I'm trying to wrap my head around this. I can't figure it out. I cannot figure it out. Like, I can't figure out why Smackdown Live is so fucking garbage every fucking week. I don't know. Or why they're so illogical every fucking week. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. If anybody out there listening to me has any reason, a valid, common sense, logical reason as to why my videos on Monday are doing so much more money than everything else doing, even SmackDown Live reviews. The difference between the SmackDown Live and the Monday Night Raw reviews is fucking astonishing, man. Astonishing. SmackDown Live review videos don't even do over $30. It is ridiculous. Don't know why advertisers won't advertise on SmackDown Live, but they'll advertise on Monday Night Raw. Why? Why? They're both the same fucking show. The context of the podcast is the same fucking thing. Regardless, I don't want to complain anymore. I'm holding you guys up from the news and rumors. We've got a lot of stuff to get into. But if anybody out there has a solution or a valid reason for me, please let me know. But before we get into the news, guys, I always got to show you the woken brilliance, the broken brilliance of brother Matt Hardy, man. Matt Hardy, right here on Off the Script, before we talk about why Vince McMahon is a fucking goon for being frustrated and angry with Shinsuke Nakamura over John Cena's blown spot on SmackDown Live. Shinsuke Nakamura, John Cena news coming right up, along with Dolph Ziggler news and everything else this week, right here on Off the Script.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Broken Matt Hardy. This is JD from New York. Actually, delete to JD from New York. I have cleaned this vessel. Make sure to check out his wonderful show, Off the Script. It's absolutely delightful.
Vince McMahon reportedly furious with Shinsuke Nakamura after last week's SmackDown Live. For what? Beats me. Beats me. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't see anything out of the ordinary in that match. I didn't see Shinsuke make a mistake. We'll find out why he's pissed off. Shinsuke Nakamura, as you guys know, is set to challenge Jinder Mahal, the modern-day Failure Raha, on SmackDown Live for the WWE Championship. That's going to take place at SummerSlam. After earning the opportunity last week on SmackDown Live by defeating John Cena to become the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. But there is reportedly some backstage heat on Shinsuke Nakamura. The latest rumors suggest that Nakamura is still on his way to becoming the WWE Champion despite some heat from Vince McMahon. As recapped by WWE.com, Nakamura pinned Cena last week on SmackDown Live to earn the title shot at SummerSlam against Mahal. It was a clean win for the King of Strong Style, but there was a scary moment during the match. Nakamura dropped Cena on his neck and head when he executed his signature exploder suplex. John Cena, who already had a surgically repaired neck, appeared to be okay after the match. Shinsuke Nakamura can be seen saying sorry to Cena after the match, with the 16-time world champion nodding that he had nothing to feel sorry for. According to Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated, WWE Chairman Vince McMahon was reportedly furious with Shinsuke Nakamura after the match. McMahon was very worried about John Cena, who has been the face of the WWE for the past decade. The WWE Chairman was just looking out for one of his greatest superstars of all time. That might vomit or make some of you vomit, but it's in the notes. So I read what's here. And you gotta give John Cena his credit. He is one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time. You gotta suck it up. You gotta swallow that bitter pill, whether you want to admit it or not. More than likely, you're wrong. Cena is a Hall of Famer. Fans of Shinsuke Nakamura should not be worried because Barrasso added that Vince McMahon has not lost his faith on the Japanese superstar. However, McMahon will keep a keen eye on Nakamura from now on, and another mistake could lead to his push getting halted. This might be good news for the WWE Champion Jinder Mahal, who is not having one of the best reigns right now as WWE Champion. Vince McMahon can easily change his mind on Nakamura and have Mahal retain the WWE title at SummerSlam. Despite the backstage heat supposedly on Nakamura, he is still the favorite to win the WWE Championship at SummerSlam per sources at the Bleacher Report. Don't take anything those guys say credibly. It's a grain of salt right now. We really do not know. Bleacher Report noted that even though Vince McMahon was furious with Nakamura, the only appealing story at the moment is him coming out as the WWE Champion. If you are in and around the wrestling world and you're writing about wrestling and you're talking about wrestling, I don't know why there are so many fucking blithering idiots out there that they can't understand that Nakamura winning the title right now, period, is not the way to go. Everybody wants Nakamura to win the title. Why? What is the reason for Nakamura winning the title? It's rushed. It's too soon. Baron Corbin pinning Nakamura moments after he wins the title will do nothing for Nakamura. Nothing. It's a slap in the face. Do you really want this guy who has been hyped up all these months finally getting an opportunity at the world title to win it and then drop it in 30 seconds to Baron Corbin? Yeah, what a memorable reign that would be. Why can't we just do the same thing that I pitched? The same thing that Seth Rollins did at WrestleMania 31. He didn't pin Brock Lesnar. He pinned Roman Reigns. Nobody wanted to pin Brock Lesnar, right? So what did they do? Seth Rollins cashed in when both men were fucking battered and beaten and bloodied. He cashed in, made it a triple threat match. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. He pins Roman Reigns. He fucks the championship match up by not pinning Brock Lesnar. Lesnar walks out of WrestleMania pissed off. He destroys Monday Night Raw the next night. He's not pinned. He doesn't lose the championship because he was pinned clean. He lost it on a technicality. But Seth Rollins pinned Roman Reigns because it's a triple threat match. It instantly becomes triple threat match rules. The first pinfall on anybody results in a new champion. Simple as that. Simple as that. Why can't we all be discussing that scenario instead of automatically giving Nakamura the championship? Giving Nakamura the championship will do nothing for Nakamura. Nothing. It's going to embarrass him, and you don't want Nakamura being pinned here. You have to treat Nakamura like you did Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 31. Nakamura should not suffer a loss until WrestleMania 34 when he's in the ring with someone who is more than capable of handing out those L's. AJ Styles. And I will stick to that until I'm fucking blue in the face. You're not going to convince me otherwise. That is the way to go about this. Corbin shouldn't even be fighting John Cena. That's another thing that's pissing me off. That match was made official on Smackdown Live. Corbin is fighting John Cena. John Cena has never won at SummerSlam, apparently, or has this losing streak at SummerSlam. John Cena has this historic losing streak at SummerSlam. SummerSlam is his worst pay-per-view statistically. So what does that mean? They're making light of that on WWE.com. So what the fuck does that mean? You know, every time you're watching a baseball game and they highlight something, it could be any team. The Yankees are like 0 for fucking 69 with two men on and in a 2-out situation. You know, just whatever the fucking statistic is. What do you think's gonna happen? What do you think? Or a closer, right? Or a closer. They'll highlight something. Craig Kimbrell is dominating against Aaron Judge. I'm just using this as an example. Aaron Judge is like 0 for 15 against Craig Kimbrell in this situation. They highlight that shit on the screen. What do you think's gonna happen? What do you think's gonna happen? Aaron Judge is gonna fucking get ready. He's gonna be batting at the plate, and boom, home run. There goes that fucking over, right? Come on, man. WWE's doing the same thing. Highlighting John Cena's got a statistic at SummerSlam that really isn't in his favor. What do you think is going to happen at SummerSlam? Of course Baron Corbin's going to fucking lose. Of course Baron Corbin's going to fucking lose. So if he loses, doesn't that make the cash-in and Baron Corbin's possibility of a cash-in a little bit too predictable? But nobody understands where I'm coming from. If Baron Corbin loses to John Cena, if Baron Corbin eats an AA and gets pinned at SummerSlam, that gives John Cena a win, then he can be shipped off to Monday Night Raw like the rumors are suggesting. John Cena's going to be going over to Monday Night Raw because he's a free agent. He's going to be challenging Samoa Joe, whether that's for the title or not, I don't know. I don't see why John Cena would go from SmackDown Live to beating Baron Corbin and being ousted from a number one contendership for the WWE Championship and then just out of the blue asked for a Universal Championship match against the champion, Samoa Joe. Because I'm banking on Samoa Joe winning the title. But we'll see what happens with that. The point I'm trying to make is, with the Baron Corbin situation, is I would have had him off the card. I would have had him just lurking in the shadows. Him off the card would give you a little bit more of an unpredictability of what Baron Corbin's going to do. Well, he's not booked on the card. Are we going to see him cash in tonight? Or will we not see him cash in? If you have Baron Corbin on the show and he loses to John Cena, doesn't that automatically give the viewer the thought of, well, Baron Corbin was unlucky in this situation with John Cena. He can easily turn his luck around, and more likely than not, he will, with a cash-in on either Nakamura or Jinder Mahal. I don't get it. I don't get it. The goons don't think. This is why I'm here, to set you straight. I don't like it. I don't like that Corbin's fighting John Cena. It is the most unnecessary fucking match that you could ever book for SummerSlam, man. I don't get it. I really don't understand it. The rumors pointing to Corbin cashing in on Nakamura, with the WWE having a very good story to tell in the fall heading into the football season. Corbin, Nakamura, and Mahal could all be involved in a long feud that will benefit all the parties involved. Nevertheless, it should be noted that all these news and notes are still just rumors at the moment, and nothing has been confirmed. The WWE tends to change their plans on a regular basis, especially with big situations like this, and nothing is set in stone until the last minute before the show starts. So that's how I feel about that, and I'm probably going to go over that again and again and again and again when we do the SummerSlam preview and prediction show next week. But as far as Nakamura and John Cena goes, Vince, I hope that you have eyes, and I hope that you understood what you've seen in the ring. John Cena has been away for many months, okay? This is the product of you booking a dream match with two people who are not familiar with one another. This is the situation that you put yourself in. You have only yourself to blame for potentially injuring John Cena. And John Cena, being in the situation, should have known better. He didn't know that Nakamura was going to be doing an exploder because he's not familiar with Shinsuke Nakamura. But if John Cena was familiar with Shinsuke Nakamura, Cena would have took that exploder suplex, he would have landed on his stomach, he would have flipped over the right way instead of taking what he thought was going to be a German suplex. So by the time he figured it out, it was too fucking late. He realized that it was an exploder suplex, and he landed on the top of his fucking head. This is the product of WWE booking a match that should have never been booked between two guys in less than a week build. And that's all there is to it. This match should have never happened. This match should have happened at SummerSlam or WrestleMania. It should have never happened on a random edition of SmackDown Live. The numbers really don't show any huge bump and increase in the ratings. If there was anything, it was a slight fucking moving of the needle. It's not something that we're going to be talking about for fucking 2 weeks. Oh, SmackDown garnered a fucking 3.7 rating. No. Even if you do push the needle with the ratings, it's going to go right back down. It's not going to stay steady. It never does stay steady. But this is the product of WWE booking a match that should have never been booked. And this is the product of WWE booking two men in a match that have absolutely no familiarity with one another. What do you think's going to happen? Do you give them 10 minutes and then you expect them to fit 30 minutes of match in 10 minutes? And it came all fucking sloppy. And John Cena almost ended his fucking career. Could have fucking killed himself. Now, but Vince McMahon wants to blame Shinsuke Nakamura. When has Shinsuke Nakamura injured anybody on purpose? On purpose. You know? Everybody looks at the Austin Aries situation. You get in the ring, shit happens. You get in the ring, you are liable to get hurt on any given night. We don't know what happened during that Kinshasa spot when Austin Aries broke his orbital bone. We don't know. We don't know. Austin Aries could have been angled the wrong way. He could have taken the move the wrong way. You think Nakamura went in there and maliciously did it on purpose? You think Nakamura is an unsafe worker and is out to injure John Cena and Austin Aries and everybody else he's in the fucking ring with? You know? It is what it is, man. It's just the style. It's just what happens when you get in the ring. Never mind the fucking style. It's what happens when you get in the ring. You are putting yourself up and risking yourself to be hurt on any given night. John Cena is the one to be blaming here. John Cena is the one to be blaming here. He took the fucking move wrong. Nakamura didn't do anything wrong. That's a spot that he's done how many fucking times in the last year? And nobody has ever been hurt. Nobody. This is all John Cena's fault. In fact, it's John Cena and WWE and Vince for booking this match when it didn't need to be booked. No reason why you gotta pin blame on Shinsuke Nakamura. Look at how fucking political. Just based on this situation, look how political the bullshit is in WWE. Automatically, they're blaming Nakamura. Can't blame John Cena. John Cena didn't get a verbal lashing from WWE officials. He didn't get a verbal lashing from Vince McMahon. Why? Because he's John Cena? You got to go for the fucking innocent guy in this situation. You got to give a verbal lashing to Nakamura because he's not John Cena. He's the outsider. He's not the face of the company. He's not the 15th time you can't see me, Mr. 17-time world champion. Give me a fucking break. If that doesn't show you the political bullshit that happens in this company, I don't know what will, man. John Cena is to blame. He took the move wrong. He didn't flip fully. WWE is to blame for booking the match between two guys who have absolutely no business being in the ring together so soon with no build. They have no familiarity with one another. Give me a break. Blaming shit on Nakamura when he doesn't need that at all right now. After John Cena himself, the face of the company, the man with the most influence on that active roster, verbally, you heard the words come out of his mouth. You've seen the lips move and you've seen what he said. There's nothing to be sorry about. So if John Cena is the one who's not upset at Shinsuke Nakamura for what happened on Smackdown, then neither should Vince McMahon. Neither should Vince McMahon. This is simply another bullying tactic by Vince McMahon to push the talent around because of the position that he's in and because he's Vince McMahon. Oh, I'm the boss. I'm the boss. You know, you gotta do what I say or you're getting the axe. Kai and tie. You know? You know, Vince, that chopping block was made of, wood? Bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit, man. Vince McMahon should not be upset with Shinsuke Nakamura. At all. And I don't know how you guys feel about that. That's my take on it. Couldn't wait to talk about that story. There's a reason why I started off with that story. There's a reason why it's the big story in today's episode of Off the Script. Bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. I believe John Cena and a mix of John Cena and Vince McMahon and WWE officials are to blame here. Simple as that. WWE has canceled Cathy Kelly's WWE NXT Insider program off of the network. Did I even know that there was an NXT Insider show? Do I give a shit what Cathy Kelly does? Do I even fucking care about this show, period? No, I didn't even know it existed. I didn't even know this show existed. Looks like WWE is far from done with their budget cuts. In the last month, they've cut back on Pyro, Renee Young's Unfiltered show. They cut back on Talking Smack. They actually canceled the Edge and Christian show. Now, another casualty from the WWE Network. Cathy Kelly's NXT Insider show that aired on WWE social media platforms is now done. People would expect more budget cuts over the next few months, or should expect more budget cuts over the next couple of months because they need to make up for the drop in revenue. Last year's profits were $30 million, And the numbers are way down from this time last year. The company is not in financial trouble by any means, but there is some disappointment in the WWE Network subscriber numbers because the big subscriber growth expected after WrestleMania was nowhere near what they were expecting. It's because the build to your program is fucking garbage. You're not giving people reason to fucking sign up to the network and watch what you are presenting. The only thing that's worth anything on the network is the price of the fucking pay-per-view events and the special 24 shows that you're doing, and the Mae Young Classic, and the Cruiserweight Classic, and NXT. That's all I give a shit about. And some of the classic stuff that I've been watching back like the 1992, 1993 years, being that I'm doing Off the Script Retro on Patreon. That's the stuff that I signed up for. I've been there since day one, since the fucking thing was available. But you're not going to get the casual people to fucking sit and drop $9.99 a month, like me. Because the shows aren't really that exciting. There's nothing to keep your interest. There's nothing at all. Why are people going to pay for something if they're not enjoying the weekly television? Put on good weekly television. Put on good engaging fucking television that keeps people coming back for more. And maybe they'll sign up for the network and they would want to watch your programming. Simple as that. It all bleeds into the weekly television programming. You're not going to get people to just sign up because, yeah, the WWE special events are $9.99. Meanwhile, it's $64.99 on pay-per-view. Pay-per-view is non-existent nowadays. Pay-per-view is non-existent nowadays. And WWE doesn't even treat their events that they feature on the network as big deals. They treat it as like fucking, whatever. It is what it is. They don't put no effort. Matches aren't really worth anything. There's nothing to invest your time in. The storylines and the build to these shows mean fucking nothing. It's rematch after rematch after rematch. WWE has been well known to fucking put something on free TV, and kind of do it on pay-per-view and then put it on free TV anyway. Or put it on the network for a pay-per-view and then put it on free TV anyway. Well, why? Why do I have to pay for the network if I'm just going to see the same match over and over and over again on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live? Who gives a shit? Who gives, unless it's a WrestleMania or a SummerSlam or a Royal Rumble, nobody gives a flying fuck. Make your programming worthwhile. Make your other shows, your brand exclusive pay-per-views, mean something, and then maybe people will come and subscribe to the network. But right now, they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. The budget cuts might be the reason why we haven't heard much about the weekly UK show that was supposed to be coming to the network. On Jim Ross's podcast, The Ross Report, Jim Ross said that he does not know where things stand with the show, but as far as he knows, the project is not dead either. Cathy Kelly's NXT Insider. Did you care? Did you even realize that there was an NXT Insider? Probably not. Who the fuck cares? WWE wants budget cuts. Why don't you cut some of the fucking talent that you're not using and get rid of them? Oh, that's right. WWE just wants to sign everybody left and right like fucking Pac-Man. They want to eat those fucking yellow balls like Pac-Man. They want to eat the ghosts like Pac-Man and just fucking hoard all the fruit and all the balls and all the ghosts, right? That's all they want to do. WWE is like Pac-Man on a big fucking board. They want to eat everything up and they want to fucking hold everything for themselves and that's it because they don't want anybody to go anywhere else. It's like they're hoarding fucking talent and they don't have any idea what to do with it. They don't give a shit about wasting talent at all, yet they're paying them. What kind of business motto is that? What kind of business mentality is that? I know for a fact if I'm using fucking Breezango on television and nothing but comedy segments and I'm the CEO, I'm pissed off. I want to see them entertain. I want to see them make people laugh, but I also want to see them wrestle. That's all they're good for? That's all they're good for, right? Just instances like that. You got Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel sitting in catering for 2 fucking years, and now all of a sudden you decide to put them with The Miz? What spurned that fucking decision? Shit like that pisses me off. You're lucky those guys weren't part of the fucking budget cuts. Bullshit. WWE's got to do a way better job at getting their television right, and everything else will fall into place. I've always believed that. Always. But Cathy Kelly, NXT Insider, do you fucking care? Of course you don't care. Bullshit. Didn't even know it existed. The Hardys were not on Monday Night Raw. I was wondering this myself until Dave Meltzer broke the story on Wrestling Observer Radio. We're getting closer to SummerSlam. Some things are finally starting to take shape for SummerSlam in just a week. There are already a rumored 12 to 13 matches planned for the card. Hashtag overkill. And I'm not talking about the fucking metal band either. Dave Meltzer noted on the Wrestling Observer Radio Show that the Hardys are planned to be in one of those matches. Everyone was wondering what WWE would do with the tag team story involving the Club, the Hardys, and the Revival. Scott Dawson has been put out of action due to a bicep injury, and we don't even know how long he's going to be out. So that match now is up in the air. So one of the reasons that we all tuned into Monday Night Raw is to see how WWE would handle this situation. Instead, they had the Club, Gallows and Anderson, fight a worthless fucking team in a worthless fucking segment that nobody gives a fuck about with Big Show and Enzo, who's going to end up on a Get Off My TV shirt sooner rather than later. Believe me. But WWE didn't seem to touch the story at all. They briefly mentioned Dawson's injury on commentary. The Club messed around with Enzo and the Big Show as a placeholder to get Big Cass involved, as if anybody fucking cared. And the Hardys weren't even on the show. People were curious as to why the Hardys were left off the show in the first place. Meltzer reported in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter that the WWE couldn't get everything situated concerning Jeff Hardy's past felony drug conviction from 7 years ago. So they didn't know if he could cross the border into Canada. Apparently they were trying to get it all figured out, but they could not pull it off by Monday. WWE was going to have Matt come in alone and shoot an angle with the Revival, but since Dawson was out with an injury, they just called the whole thing off. WWE will hopefully figure out Jeff Hardy's legal situation by the next time WWE tours Canada. At least that is the expectation. But this ordeal still left everybody Hardyless in Toronto. You might wonder why Canada wouldn't just let him in because he's Jeff Hardy, but apparently an exception could be or couldn't be fast-tracked in this case. It's a real shame, too, because that part of Jeff's life is way behind him, and he's gotten his head straight on again. But rules are rules, no matter how ridiculous they might sound. You know, this was actually one of the reasons why WWE did not want to bring in the Hardy Boys initially if there was talks of them coming in early last year. People were giving rumors of the Hardys coming in, right? WWE might want to sign the Hardys when their contracts were up with TNA. Then TNA, now Global Force Wrestling. But that was one of the reasons, because of Jeff Hardy's visa issues, because of his past drug issues. Couldn't get into Canada. You know, the Hardys might have to be working that WWE long road schedule, 300 days a year. WWE might push that onto them. And obviously, touring overseas in Europe, touring in Canada is a big deal. You know, WWE wants to have their big money makers on tour with them going overseas to Europe and the United Kingdom and all those places. And without Jeff Hardy there, it would be a huge missed opportunity. That was one of the reasons why WWE didn't want to sign the Hardys, because they felt like, you know, their drug addiction and their drug problems could cause an issue, whether it's something like this or whether Matt and Jeff get back on that bad path, which I didn't think was going to happen anyway, because Matt's a family man. He's got 2 kids now. He's got a beautiful wife. Jeff Hardy, the same thing. He's got his head on straight. You know, he's not the same Jeff Hardy. He's not the same Matt Hardy that they were back in the day. But this was definitely one of the reasons why WWE kind of shied, and the rumors were going around that WWE might not be interested in the Hardys because of this situation. But I'm sure WWE will get this all figured out next time that they have a big tour coming up and they want the Hardys to be there. But the Hardys will be at SummerSlam, no question. What they're going to be doing, I don't really know. At this point, I really don't even care. I just want them to become awoken, broken, woken, whatever, man. Something needs to change here with the Hardys to start getting people interested in them again, because I know, and just like everybody else, I know you guys feel the same way, that nostalgia act is quickly wearing off and something needs to change. They need something to freshen it up, because if they keep on this for the rest of the year, the Hardys are going to end up like the Dudleys. Nobody's going to end up caring at the end of the day. What I want you guys to do, speaking of SummerSlam, my code, JD17 on Barbershop Window, is still active, man. You talk about the biggest fucking party of the summer. Barbershop Window and my Off the Script online store is having a huge fucking party this summer, man. Anything you want, 9 different designs on there right now for you guys to choose from is 20% off using the coupon code JD17 at checkout, man. You want to buy 1, 2, 3, you want to buy all fucking 9. You're going to save 20% off your entire order on barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. I'm planning on meeting and greeting a lot of you motherfuckers in Brooklyn, man. And I want to see each and every one of you wearing Off the Script t-shirt, man. Great way to look good while SummerSlam is approaching. SummerSlam weekend's going to be big, man. And I want to see each and every one of you meeting and greeting me and drinking a fucking cold beverage with me, wearing and supporting with an Off the Script t-shirt, man. barbershopwindow.com JDFROMNY.com/off-the-script JD17 at checkout for 20% off. Dolph Ziggler. Where the fuck is he? I don't know. Is he on some tropical island somewhere with a YouTube star's ass underneath him? Is he on some sandy beach, kind of getting the feel for what life is like after WWE with a nice pina colada in his hand? I don't know, man. Does WWE even need him at this point? Probably not. Does he need the WWE? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Bro, Ziggler, listen to me, man. Listen to me, bro. Call up Matt and Nick Jackson. Call up Marty Scurll. Call up Cody. Call up Omega. Get in that Bullet Club, bruh. I'll buy some Dolph Ziggler Bullet Club merchandise. I think you'll fit right on in to the Bullet Club. Seriously. Or the Elite. One or the other. The Elite. Come on, man. Get the fuck away from WWE because they have miscast this guy and misused him horrifically. It is downright embarrassing. And that sucks, man, because Dolph Ziggler, whether you like him or not, whether you think he's boring or not, he is definitely one of the best in-ring performers that company has, especially on SmackDown Live. Now, Dolph Ziggler was last seen on SmackDown Live during Independence Day, 4th of July, during the Independence Day Battle Royal. Ziggler was the first person eliminated from the match and hasn't been seen on WWE television since. He don't even have a spot on SummerSlam's card. Wow. Before that, he was involved in a feud with Shinsuke Nakamura and competed in the 2017 Money in the Bank ladder match. There's been a lot of news and rumors circulating about Dolph Ziggler over the past 24 hours. So I'm going to give you the lowdown on Mr. Show-Off Dolph Ziggler. According to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, Ziggler has been working WWE live events. This means creative just doesn't have anything for him at the moment, and he is not injured. Also, Brian Alvarez on Filthy 4 Daily says that Ziggler might get repackaged in WWE. This would mean changing up his look or gimmick if it happens. There have also been rumors circulating about Ziggler leaving the WWE to go to Japan over the past few months. This came after Shinsuke Nakamura on Talking Smack said, "He is such a good wrestler. If he go to Japan, probably soon," end quote. No one knew if Nakamura spilled the beans or if he simply misspoke due to his English. No, Nakamura knew exactly what he was talking about because I'm sure Dolph Ziggler inquired with Shinsuke Nakamura during their program, "Bro, how is life in Japan? Would I fit in with the Elite?" I'm sure Ziggler asked all the questions he wanted answers to. Ziggler is certainly playing into the narrative, teasing that he could be leaving WWE soon. Someone on Twitter asked him, "Are you on the card for the Albany, New York show the day after SummerSlam?" "I hope so. I've only seen you wrestle live once before." Ziggler replies, and I quote, "Yep, better get there. You never know when you'll get another chance." Listen, Dolph Ziggler is better off leaving WWE. I don't even know why he signed a re-up. I don't know why they re-signed him or he re-signed with the WWE. He kind of knew and he kind of expected this would happen to him. There's nothing for him. WWE will never see Dolph Ziggler outside of the way they see him now. He is better off leaving WWE and doing exactly what Cody Rhodes did. Now, Cody Rhodes is a little bit younger. Dolph Ziggler, I don't know, what is he, 35? What is he, 34, 35 years old? How old is Cody? Got to be a couple of years younger than that. Dolph Ziggler is by no means old for the industry. Dolph Ziggler has a long career ahead of him. But if he can do the same thing as Cody Rhodes, which I would recommend he does, and he would thrive at it, absolutely no question, Dolph Ziggler could be a big man on the independent scene. He could make more money on the independent scene. Bro, all you got to do is go over to Japan, align yourself with the fucking Bullet Club, do what Cody Rhodes is doing, and get your name out there, and make WWE look like fools in the end. That will be the ultimate fucking payback. You want to fuck me? You don't want to have plans for me? You don't want to feature me? Meanwhile, I know what I'm worth. I'm going to go do it somewhere else in front of people who actually appreciate me, and then I'm going to make you want me even more so. That's exactly what Cody Rhodes did, and you can't tell me that there's nobody in the WWE that would fucking kill to have Cody Rhodes back on either Monday Night Raw or SmackDown Live. Give me a break. Give me a break. Dolph Ziggler is better off leaving the WWE. I do fully believe that Nakamura kind of spilled the beans, because I'm sure there's there's direct contact with those two, you know, having conversations about what life is in Japan. How would I do? What's it like? Can I succeed? Blah, blah, blah. What does it take? All the questions that he wanted answered. I'm sure Nakamura gave him the lowdown on everything. Dolph Ziggler, you guys know, Bullet Club awaits him. That's the best situation for him here. He's got nothing. He's got no career left in WWE, and it's a damn shame because Dolph Ziggler, he reached the highs of the WWE, and due to someone else's fucking wrongdoings, they took the title reign away from him that he won, cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase, and he never recovered at all. The best thing that Dolph Ziggler was ever a part of, and I mean this wholeheartedly, was the fucking feud that he had with The Miz when SmackDown Live was producing excellent television in 2016. That feud with The Miz was one of the best things all year on WWE television. That was the best thing that Dolph Ziggler ever did. Aside from his World Championship reign, which went nowhere after he cashed in on Del Rio, was it? He never recovered since. And WWE, quite frankly, doesn't even fucking care. You know for a fact that there's someone in that company that fucking can't stand Dolph Ziggler, that he's on a shit list somewhere. Otherwise, a talent like that is on that roster and can't get over. There's got to be something wrong. Political bullshit, I'm sure of it. Dolph Ziggler, please, bro, go to Japan and make yourself more money and show WWE that they're the ones that fucked up and not you. I'm telling you right now. Goldust. Potential plans for the Golden One on Monday Night Raw. I'd love to see Goldust have another run as a heel, as a flamboyant heel on Monday Night Raw with another run for the Intercontinental Championship. But that's just me. Do plans call for Goldust and another IC title reign? No. But this is the rumor on Goldust right now. Goldust split with R-Truth on Monday Night Raw several weeks ago. Since the split, he has been getting a bit of television time on a weekly basis, but not so much lately. On Raw this week, he teased something big for SummerSlam. Goldust said on Raw this week, "I can't wait to share my next masterpiece with all of you." He said, "I will find my next hero, my next villain, or perhaps a beautiful new starlet." So what is going on with Goldust? According to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer Radio, Goldust might be transitioning into more of a managerial role moving forward. At SummerSlam, it appears as if we will find out who he will be taking under his wing. The idea, according to Meltzer, is that WWE can use Goldust's microphone skills to help elevate another superstar. There is nobody on that roster that could benefit from a Goldust managerial role. Nobody. The gimmick is so out there that it would fit into nobody's criteria. Nobody. Now, I could dip into the cookie jar, but it might be too early for him, and I still don't even think he needs somebody because he's coming along quite nicely in NXT. What about the Velveteen Dream? I could see the Velveteen Dream being a protege of Goldust. I could see Goldust, doing his deal with the Velveteen Dream. I think they could go hand in hand. The Velveteen Dream's got some Goldust tendencies to him. He's got that whole flamboyance thing going on. Goldust could find a new star in the Velveteen Dream if they want to go that route, but I think it's too early for the Velveteen Dream. I think he's got a very high ceiling just based on his wrestling skill, but what the fuck does that do you in the WWE? Dolph Ziggler has a fucking high ceiling for wrestling skill, and he's gone nowhere. So the Velveteen Dream is coming along quite nicely. He's got one sick fucking elbow drop. Guy's got intensity that fucking is, running on high levels right now in NXT. He's very good at what he does. He lives the gimmick like Goldust lives the gimmick. That could work. Other than that, I don't see anybody else benefiting from Goldust in a managerial role. Or Goldust can just find somebody who he can transform into his Stardust. I don't know. I really don't know, man. That's something that WWE is really going to have to think long and hard about. No homo. But Goldust in a managerial role, I just don't see anybody right now on the main roster that even fits his criteria. People were mentioning Bayley. Goldust is going to turn Bayley into a heel. Goldust is going to turn Bayley and get her to get that aggressiveness out of her. Can Bayley be Goldust's new starlet? I don't think so. I mean, it could work, but I don't see Bayley in that role. You know, that's exactly what she could possibly need right now. I have no fucking idea. You know, we're going to talk about Bayley in a little bit and how WWE was upset about Bayley getting booed on Monday Night Raw. You have no fucking grounds to be upset, motherfucker, at all. We should be the ones upset at how you've been treating her. We should be the ones upset after weeks of fucking garbage on Monday Night Raw. Don't you dare fucking talk about how you're upset about Bayley getting booed and how you didn't like the segment, how Vince McMahon is furious over the segment. Are you fucking kidding me? You have the balls to be upset over that when you have fucking every ounce of that coming to you, well-deserved, mind you. Never mind Goldust and Bayley. Goldust fits nowhere into a managerial role on Monday Night Raw. The only thing I can think of is the Velveteen Dream. And even that is too early for him. Let me know what you guys think. What would you do with Goldust? Would you put him in a managerial role? If so, who? Or would you rather see him, you know, here's an idea, WWE. Why don't you go with Goldust and have him actually go the full deal? You know? Have him go the full deal. He's already got the original costume on. He's got the face paint, right? He's got the robe. Give him the full wig. Give him a fucking female manager that you're not doing. Have him find a new starlet. And have that new starlet, you know, be somebody with charisma and someone who's going to captivate the audience. And that could rub off on Goldust. Have that be his new Marlena. How about that? Instead of talking about Goldust being in a managerial role and Goldust, you know, doing these fucking skits that lead to nowhere, why don't you find him a new Marlena? That should be your priority. That should be your priority. Anything else right now, nah, not working. That's what I would do. The priority for Goldust is to find him a starlet, find him a new Marlena, someone that could be like Zelina Vega on NXT. Austin Aries' wife that just debuted on NXT with Andrade Cien Almas. She is smoking fucking hot. That alone is going to rub off on Almas. People didn't care about Almas. They're going to care about Almas now. I'll tell you that. That's what Goldust needs. If you're serious about the Goldust character, that's what you do. You find him a female that could come into play and be transformed into his new Marlena. That's it. That's the idea here. No question. Other than that, there's nothing for Goldust. Because I don't see WWE pushing him at all. Speaking of Bayley, WWE is not happy with Bayley or the Bayley segment on Monday Night Raw. Yeah. Right? Like Road Dogg isn't happy with what I say about WWE. Right? Now WWE has grounds to complain that they don't like the way the crowd reacted on Monday Night Raw. Oh, poor babies. Maybe with proper booking, they wouldn't be booing Bayley. There were people backstage that were not happy with the way the crowd reacted to Bayley when she discussed her injury during an in-ring interview on this week's Monday Night Raw. Maybe it's because people don't give a shit about Bayley after the way you treated her. You pushed her off on Monday Night Raw as if you didn't give a shit, so the crowd is going to fucking give it right back to you, man. They're going to regurgitate it right back to you. You don't care, we don't care. And the fact that Bayley belonged nowhere near a women's championship match at SummerSlam also has something to do with it. Because we all know the one woman that made the most sense is Sasha Banks. And you kind of threw her to the fucking side for Bayley in hopes of Bayley being resurrected. It's going to take more than just a few weeks, motherfucker. I'll tell you that right now. Bayley is dead on Monday Night Raw. If there's a fucking shakeup, I would move Bayley to SmackDown Live and get her away from Monday Night Raw. That would be something I would do instantly. Now, if you noticed on WWE YouTube channel, they cut the part out of her interview where she addressed the boos from the fans as she was clearly frustrated at their reaction. There is a Bizarro World reference from Corey Graves, but that was cut out in the edited clip on YouTube. The Bizarro World comment is something said by announcers whenever a crowd doesn't give the desired reaction, and it's something that Vince McMahon has been telling announcers to say for over a decade. The Bizarro World and Bizarro Land references have typically been used when they're in places like Toronto, London, Chicago, New York, Philadelphia, Miami, right? All these smart crowds. And especially during a post-Mania Monday Night Raw. And I'm sure we'll see it in Brooklyn on Monday Night Raw following SummerSlam. Now, the first time anybody can remember it was used was during SummerSlam 2004, when the crowd turned on hometown Intercontinental Champion Edge, a babyface at the time, during his match with Chris Jericho. He was a heel at the time. So WWE is pissed off at the fans for their reaction to Bayley. They're upset about the Bayley segment. According to Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer Radio, Vince McMahon was not happy with the segment. He says that you can tell because we heard Corey Graves emphasize Toronto being Bizarro World multiple times after. So, according to Meltzer, also Vince, when he's unhappy with the way the crowd is reacting to something, he tells the announcers to say Bizarro World in order to make the point that this is not a normal reaction. So, bullshit. Bullshit. That is a normal reaction. It's a normal reaction based on what we were given. Bayley sucks. Bayley's character has been booked horrifically, so what do you expect us to do when Bayley's in the ring? People didn't want to see Bayley versus Alexa Bliss again anyway after what we've seen. People wanted to see Sasha. People know that Sasha is deserving of the championship match at SummerSlam. And the fact that you fucking pretty much killed Bayley since day one coming up from NXT is the reason why you're getting the reactions to Bayley now. And then she wants to fucking say, oh yeah, I'm here to fucking thank all the fans that are writing me sweet messages on Twitter and the fans cheering me. I'm not thanking the fans that are booing me. It ain't Bizarro World, Mr. Graves. It ain't Bizarro World, Senile McMahon. This is the reality of it. You fuck up and people are going to throw it right back in your face. That's all that is. You fucked up and you can't handle the fact that people are calling you out on your bullshit. So stop this fucking nonsense. The same thing and the same directive that fucking Road Dogg has on Twitter. You don't like it? Don't watch. You don't like it? Fuck you. That's the same directive here that Vince McMahon is giving to his commentators. Bizarro World. Yeah, some way to treat your fucking audience who pay their hard-earned money to watch your fucking shitty product. And then when we don't like it, we're fucking bizarre people. Or the city that you're in is Bizarro World. If I'm there and I know that, I ain't going to another WWE event ever again in fucking Montreal. Fuck that. You fucked up. Bayley sucks. Her character is fucking garbage. She's cringe. Every time she's on TV, you made me care about her. Zero. I don't give a shit about anything that she does right now. She's to the point where she is shredding get off my TV territory. She is this close from getting on a fucking t-shirt because of what you did to her. And I'm not going to do it yet because I'm awaiting to see what they do with Bayley in this superstar shakeup, if there is indeed a superstar shakeup. If there is one, she needs to go to Smackdown and get away from me. You know, she needs to get away from fucking the wood-loving beaver and Vince McMahon, because her character on Monday Night Raw is absolutely fucking horrendously cringe. I can't stand it. But this is a simple case of WWE can't handle the fucking heat. If you can't handle the fucking heat, Vince, get the fuck out of the kitchen. Not all your fucking ideas are gold, okay? You want to book Bayley like shit? You're gonna hear about it. So don't complain when it does fucking happen. Bullshit. Just like when a fucking team sucks or your favorite sports team suck and there's no attendance and the crowd is booing a fucking pitcher who's fucking 1-9 and they still bring him out there in a starting game, right? When's change gonna happen? We're not pleased with the way the team is being handled right now. We're not pleased with how WWE is being handled right now. Look at SummerSlam. It's a fucking mess. SummerSlam is a mess. Outside that main event, nothing on SummerSlam is even remotely important. Nothing. WWE's gonna make it important. They're gonna make you believe it's important. All the fucking goons on YouTube, all these fucking PG-esque channels, they're gonna be fucking all super excited, uber excited about fucking SummerSlam. Meanwhile, me, I can't help but be disappointed at SummerSlam. We're not even in Brooklyn yet. Can't handle the heat. If you can't handle the heat, Vince, get the fuck out of the kitchen. Simple as that. Simple as that. Never, ever make fun of the people that are giving you money. Never. They're the ones that pay for the network. They're the ones that pay for entry into the building to watch your fucking program. We can boo and cheer whoever the fuck we want. All because Bayley's a fucking babyface. All because she wears bandanas and got fucking inflatable fucking tube men. All because she fucking hugs little children doesn't mean we have to cheer her. We're not booing Bayley because we want to boo Bayley. We're booing Bayley because you fucked up. Moving on. We're going to end this week's Off the Script Part 1 with news on Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey preparing for a WWE run in WWE. Is it true? Before I get into Ronda Rousey, what I want you guys to prepare for is to get yourself a free fucking book. Free audio book, courtesy of Off the Script and the fine people who sponsor this podcast over at Audible. audibletrial.com/offthescript is giving everybody listening, everybody that is a new listener, and I know there's new listeners out there, man. I know there's new listeners. Everybody coming over from Shaw's View Entertainment, please subscribe and donate to my GoFundMe page, please. audibletrial.com/offthescript. You guys are going to get one free audiobook of your choice over 180,000 books to choose from. All you have to do is sign up. And if you got an iPhone and an Android, audibletrial.com/offthescript. And you guys are going to get something for free just for listening to Off the Script here today by Shaw's View Entertainment. Simple as that. Simple as that. audibletrial.com/offthescript. Great way to support the show. If you guys want something for free, if you guys are on your phone as much as I am and you love listening to podcasts and audiobooks, listen, go out and get the new Justin Roberts book, man. Go out and get the new AJ Lee book. Jim Ross has got a new book you guys can pre-order on Audible. If you guys love that shit and want something for free and you want to support the show without spending a fucking dime, do it, man. audibletrial.com/offthescript. 30 days free to try their service. One book of your choice. And if you don't want the service, you can cancel at any time and you still get to keep your audiobook, man. Once again, that's audibletrial.com/offthescript. Finally, to end this week's Off the Script Part 1 for episode 182, Ronda Rousey preparing for a run in the WWE. Quite funny how Ronda Rousey is going to be coming into the WWE because you know what's happening. You know what's happening. Ronda Rousey, right, coming into the WWE. You got all these women with dreams of headlining WrestleMania and wanting to main event WrestleMania. Ronda Rousey has a better chance of main eventing WrestleMania and she's not even a fucking employee of the WWE. Go figure. Go figure. Ronda Rousey preparing for a run with the WWE. There's been a lot of rumors about Rousey coming in. Those reports and rumors got even thicker when her four horsewomen made an appearance in the Mae Young Classic and had a confrontation with WWE's version. I can't wait to see how that unfolded on television. Fightful.com are reporting that Rousey has expressed a great interest in coming into the WWE, and she spoke with Triple H to set up her recent appearance at the Mae Young Classic with her fellow horsewomen. Now, the word at the Mae Young Classic was that she was expected to start training very soon with Brian Kendrick in Southern California. Kendrick did a pretty good job with working with Eva Marie. Really? Really? Who wrote this article? Brian Kendrick did a pretty good job at working with Eva Marie. Where the fuck is she now? Oh, yeah, that's right. She's gone. Good riddance. I'm sure Brian Kendrick is fantastic at what he does. I know for a fact he's fantastic at what he does, but Eva Marie clearly, she continued to suck big time months after training. So Brian Kendrick clearly, no matter how good he is, just showed you how much Eva Marie sucks. Nothing Brian Kendrick told Eva Marie registered up here. All she thought about was, that's all she thought about. Eva Marie didn't really get off to a great start, then fizzled out. She got suspended, though she did learn some nice moves from Kendrick. I think she pulled off a sliced bread once in her entire life. Yeah, go figure. Sean Ross Sapp on Fightful.com noted that Rousey has already taken some basic bumps, among other things. Rousey has been teasing a big announcement on her website in the very near future, but it's unclear if the announcement is related to a potential run with the WWE. If you ask Jim Ross, he certainly thinks Rousey will eventually work with WWE. TMZ's cameras recently caught up with good old JR, and he speculated that she would eventually sign with them. JR sees Rousey at WrestleMania someday, and with this new report, that seems even more likely. It ain't going to be anytime soon. They're going to make sure Rousey knows what she's doing. They're going to set her up for something big at WrestleMania. And the only place for Ronda Rousey to come into the WWE when the time is right is at WrestleMania. So don't get your hopes up. Nothing is happening this year. If there is an announcement, it'll be made towards the end of the year going into 2018 when we kickstart WrestleMania season going into the Royal Rumble. Rousey is going to start training with Brian Kendrick. She will be in the WWE, whether you want to admit it or not. Ronda Rousey's name is still huge. Huge publicity for the WWE. She is still must-see. You might not appreciate her. You might think her career is dead after she got fucking destroyed in her last UFC match. It doesn't matter. She is a role model for women. She is still a highly sought-after individual. Her name still brings a ton of value. And obviously WWE wants to capitalize on that, being that she's such a strong figurehead for women all over the world. And WWE's initiative with the women's wrestling and the women's revolution, of course they want Rousey in there. Of course they want Ronda Rousey to do, appearances. And they want Rousey to be with the WWE amongst all this great stuff that's happening with the women. She could be a perfect spokeswoman. A perfect figurehead for all that stuff happening. So WWE's going to do that. She's coming in. I don't know what they would do. Maybe a match with Charlotte. Maybe a match with Asuka, which I would actually prefer. I would actually like to see Asuka versus Charlotte at WrestleMania, but that's just my dream scenario. There's nobody more legit than Asuka in the WWE at all. So maybe a match with Asuka. Maybe a match with Charlotte. Maybe a match with Becky. I have no fucking idea. Maybe we could get at WrestleMania Ronda Rousey's 4 Horsewomen versus WWE's 4 Horsewomen. Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha, and Becky. That would be a fucking matchup for the ages. For the women of this generation, man. Maybe that's where WWE is headed. Instead of giving Ronda Rousey a one-on-one match, maybe we can do that. I don't know if WWE is going to be able to get all those women in the WWE, but regardless, it's an idea. It's an idea. It's been teased, apparently at the Mae Young Classic. But if Ronda Rousey is getting a one-on-one match at WrestleMania, Charlotte or Asuka are probably the most logical situations there for Ronda Rousey. WrestleMania being the stage for it all, absolutely no question. It's not going to happen after. It's not going to happen sooner. It will be at WrestleMania. Absolutely no questions asked. And that is off the script. I will talk about the Jon Jones situation, which is barely anything. Somebody asked him if he's going to be at SummerSlam to confront Brock Lesnar. He merely tweeted, "I'm thinking about it." That's pretty much it. But a done deal between Brock Lesnar and the WWE and UFC, I don't know yet, man. I really don't know. WWE's got one thing that they should be worrying about, and that's their plans for the Universal Championship and the finish of that Fatal 4-Way at SummerSlam. Then you worry about Brock Lesnar and what he's doing in the UFC and what Jon Jones is doing after you have decided what you're going to be doing with the Universal Championship. Don't jump the gun. But we got Jon Jones tweeting that he might show up at SummerSlam. I doubt it. I doubt a deal is done. So we have to wait and see what's going on with that. But that's all the report was for that. So I really don't even have to go over it tomorrow. Jon Jones possibly appearing at SummerSlam. If a deal is done between UFC and WWE, great. But if that's the case, I don't see Brock Lesnar losing. Why would Jon Jones come into SummerSlam or be in the Barclays Center and show up at the event and then Brock Lesnar drop the Universal title there in front of Jon Jones? So he's going to be a loser in front of Jon Jones? I don't think so. So I think all that's just bullshit. But that was in the news. So I just wanted to let you guys know. And I wanted to make sure you guys were aware of all that. But I hope you enjoyed this episode of Off the Script, man. Thank you so much for everything. If you enjoyed the video, let's aim for 1,300 thumbs up on this video, man. Thank you guys so very much. Once again, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the YouTube channel. We are dangerously close to 81,000 subscribers. Make sure you guys subscribe on Twitch. I am now a partner on Twitch. You guys can subscribe for extra perks on Twitch. Make sure you guys go and check that out. Twitch.tv/JDFromNewYork. AudibleTrial.com for your free book. AudibleTrial.com/offthescript. BarbershopWindow.com/offthescript. Coupon code JD17 at checkout for 20% off your entire order. And then Patreon.com/JDFromNY206. I'm JD. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Off the Script. I will be back tomorrow with more great news and rumors right here on the #1 podcast for all WWE right here on YouTube.com. I am JD. This is Off the Script, and I will see you guys for part 2 of episode 182. I'll talk to you later.